Welcome to J is for Justice podcast. If live breaking news and following true crime is your thing, then please consider subscribing to my channel. And if you like what you see in my videos, please consider giving them a thumbs up. Hey guys, welcome back. It is Wonderful Wednesday here at J is for Justice. I see a lot of friendly faces here tonight. I want to thank you guys for joining. Sorry, I'm feeling a little under the weather, so my voice is a little lacking tonight. I've just been really tired. I don't know if it's allergies or what. But I want to thank Barbecue Lady for being here. Ellie for her super sticker coming in hot before the live. Thank you so much, Ellie. Hey, Kendi. And let's see who else we got modding tonight. We've got Potato tonight. It's late in the UK, but she is here. We got Jammers. If you guys need any help, they are here to help you in the chat. Shell is here. Live chat reminder. I'm a little behind in the chat, so bear with me. Hello, upstate New York. Hello, Helen. We've got Jess and Olive. We've got a whole crew tonight. Thank you, Barbecue Lady. Barbecue Lady coming in hot. If you guys could hit that like button on your way in, that always helps a sister out. Melly, what's up, Mel? And Ben, what's up, Ben? Our Whip and Barb. We've got a lot of people here today. We're taking your calls tonight. I want to know what you think of what's going on. Damn, this case, it's nuts. Okay? It's nuts. We got Barbecue Lady coming in with a super chat. Thank you so much. Coming in hot, just like the fajita. And then we've got Granny to 13. 13 grandchildren? I think that deserves a round of applause. I don't know about you. That's a lot of grandchildren. Cheapers. How do you afford Christmas? Damn. Granny to 13. Welcome to the crew. I hope that you will join our Discord. Yeah, this case is insane. What's up, SW? What's up, SW? SW, I know you're a mod over there at Paxel's show. You know, I know it's not you, but I just wanted to say that I was really disappointed that he has a scroll through that says, we respect creators here. And I didn't feel like the comments about me were deleted, but I mean, it's all good. I just wanted to point that out. It's not you that makes the rules over there, but it's important. I don't pick and choose here creators that are going to get slammed or not. You're not going to slam anybody here, right? No creators get slammed here because we're all on the same side, so to speak. I respect other creators. And I was really disappointed that, because when I saw that, I thought, okay, cool. I'm good to comment here. You know what I mean? Like, this dude's going to have my back in here. Like, Pascal's going to have, my back in here. And then he didn't. And I was kind of disappointed about that. So I want anybody to know that if you're a creator and you comment here and someone says something shitty about you, the mods will delete it. They will. I was really disappointed. But it's okay. I just want people to know they're safe here. Thank you, Barbecue Lady. And thank you, Kendi. Just gave 5 memberships to you guys. Thank you to the ones that were recipients of those. But the phone line is, let's open it up. Taking your calls. Phone lines are open. Let's talk about this. Yes, I mean you're really, it's a safe zone. If you're a creator and you're in here commenting and people say something shitty, my mods will delete it. I don't even have to tell them. Like, they know. We know. I just thought it was funny that he had that scrolling that you can't talk about other creators. But really what that comment means coming from him probably is you don't promote other creators. He doesn't want you to come in and say, oh, you know, so-and-so has a live about this. Check it out. Something like that. So I hope everybody feels comfortable here, because I just want you to know I don't even have to tell the mods. They know. They're like-minded, and that's why they are where they are, because they get it. No. It was Sunday or whatever night he was on Pascal. I don't even remember now. Monday? Like, I can't even keep it straight, all their appearances. But no, SW, it wasn't you at all. It just reminded me of that. It just reminded me of that. So I do have some updates. I don't know if I can share everything, but Jules is there in Tennessee, just so you know. Yes, she is getting obstacles. Thank you so much, Kels, for being a member for a month. Nobody gets flung here. No, damn straight.
Roly-poly, daddy's little daddy. Daddy's gonna be a man someday.
So Jules is not without obstacles, as far as I'm being told. There are people that are putting obstacles in her way. I don't want to go into detail, but it's ridiculous, and it's not going to stop her. Just know it's not going to stop her. And then the other thing that I found out, because I asked if she had talked to Tony, you know, because this is all, you know, he's saying she's part of our team and all this. And she said that he never answers her. What? The vigil has been canceled? Wait, what? Barbecue, wait, what? Why? Why has that been canceled? Thank you, 4x4. And it's nothing on you again. Why has that been canceled? Isn't this the big one that they put together? Kendi, we're going to have to figure out how to get you to be like co-producer. Because I forget to use them sometimes.
I don't know.
She's out to eat. She can't call in, Kendo. I love you, Ann Pulley. Thank you for being a member for 11 months. But has it? Because Tony just said he was planning this trip there. Is it really? No one flings Jay in a corner. Who bought a bike? Oh, her Facebook was attacked. Yeah, Jules can't even access her business page on Facebook. One shot. Yeah, how about Seth getting him on the back on a bike? Yikes. It was moved to the school? No, I heard Chris bought a bike. Why was it moved to the school? SW. Thank you, Nikki. I appreciate you. Why would they change spots from a church, though? The motorcycle ride was canceled? Ashley, what? If you know the story, call in 727-755-6001. Call me and tell me what's going on. I haven't heard this. He rented a bike? When is this thing supposed to happen? Tony mentioned on Pascal he had no comment. Oh, yeah, he said he had to talk online on that. Yeah, that was bullshit. Because the night before he was like, she's part of our team and da-da-da. I don't understand this. I don't understand that. I have invited Tony and Seth on the show, and I am waiting to hear back. Tony emailed me. Oh, so here's an update for you. I forgot to tell you this. Let me see if he's responded yet before I speak. I don't want to get bashed. Hello, Port St. Lucie. My high school best friend lives in Port St. Lucie. That's so awesome. Nope, nothing. Maybe they're on TikTok because he hasn't emailed me back. But he emailed me. So the other day, he emailed me while we were live playing the TikTok on Monday. Bike ride first, the vigil. What? I don't understand what that means. The vigil's been moved and the bike ride is off. I'm confused. Thank you for your super chat, Nancy. I'll finish what I was saying about Tony in a minute.
Call from Crystal Burns.
Crystal,
Why was it?
Crystal, you are live. If you could mute your YouTube, that'd be great. All I hear is me laughing. That's all I hear is me freaking laughing. I hate the sound of my laugh.
I love your laugh.
What's up, Crystal? What's on your mind?
Not much. This case is driving me insane. I mean, it's just crazy all the way around. I mean, if they had him somewhere, it looks like by now somebody would have seen him and said something.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm beginning to feel like he's not with us anymore.
Yeah, a lot are feeling that way.
But if Katie's got him somewhere, it looks like she would have already said something to somebody and somebody else would have said something. But then again, you never know. I mean, it's just crazy.
It is. And the more that comes out, it just gets weirder and weirder.
Yes, it does.
I just want this boy found, like you do.
Yeah, I don't know.
Have you heard anything about the vigil and this ride? Any changes?
Yes, I did earlier. Somebody said it was canceled. But I don't know. Have you heard anything else about it?
I haven't, but now I'm hearing Nancy saying that the bike ride is on. The vigil is after the bike ride. I don't know. And my thing is, Crystal, why is it so confusing? This should be like, this should be blatantly laid out. There should be no question of what's going on. It's weird.
Yeah, very. I mean,
you said,
I don't know. I just wish he was found safe. I mean, I'd do anything.
Oh, shit. Okay, so I have a text here that someone sent to the staff connected with the Sebastian prayer vigil. Oh, my God. I'm picking up on this YouTube slang. They called the church to talk to someone. So this is what the text says. Hi, blank. My name is Abraham. I'm the staff connected with the Sebastian prayer vigil. You called the church to talk to someone. I wanted to let you know that the family determined to cancel the event as of this morning. If you still need to talk, please let me know. Thanks.
Wow. So it was canceled then?
I guess they moved it to a school, but I don't know what school. Like, no one knows what's going on.
This is crazy.
It is.
I mean,
it's nuts.
I just don't understand.
Let me see. Maybe I can get the official information. Do they have their Facebook set up? The find. Tony said there was a find. Sebastian.
Yes, there is.
Okay, let's see if it's on there. Let's go there. Let's see what we got.
I checked earlier and I didn't see anything.
Nope, I don't either.
It's crazy. I mean,
this is the official page, I think, right?
Yeah. So it should be on there. And that's what I'm saying. Nothing.
I wonder if I'm in the right thing. Is it a group or a page?
A group.
Why wouldn't they make a page with information on it?
I have no clue.
So they don't have like
There may be.
no, I don't see
I
a
don't know.
like page. Like I'm looking for a Sebastian like page where you can put all.
Yeah. Exactly.
Oh, maybe there. Oh
And there's
no, I
nothing.
think there is one, but is it the official one?
I don't know. I'm on one that's Fine Sebastian Rogers, but I don't.
I'm
know.
on this one. Hold on. I'm going to put it up on the screen. Can you see the screen?
No. You want
Does anybody know if this is the one Tony made? It has a green header. Find Sebastian Rogers.
Yes, that's it.
So this is the official page.
Yeah.
There's no information about the vigil,
No, nothing.
but they still have the AI photo on there or whatever that thing was. Or no, not AI. Sorry, News Nation reported it was AI. Maybe they should be sued for that improper information, but they still have that picture of that lady and her son, even though the lady asked for those pictures to be taken down. Right?
Exactly.
The mom specifically asked, and he went on TikTok and he said, everybody should take those down because that's a real person. Why are they on the official Find Sebastian Rogers page still? What's going on with this shit show?
It's nothing but a shit show.
Y'all, I don't see anything about a vigil on here or a ride.
Nope. Nothing.
What is going on? Right, it says Sebastian's Army. It does. I mean, it says find Sebastian Rogers, or is it Sebastian's Army? I see. This should not be this confusing.
No, it should not.
Oh,
And the way
no, it
Katie-
is. It's Find Sebastian Rogers. It's a group because here's a post from Tony. Here, I got to pull this up on my, or maybe not. It says, I'm just showing the post and then I'm going to read it. See, it says Tony Mathis wrote it 3 days ago. Jules Valenti, I'll be on a platform tonight to help you clear your name. Reach out to me so I can help you. Trust me when I tell you ... Sebastian's Army has got your back. But then I'm hearing from her that he don't answer her.
Huh. That's crazy. I mean, insane.
I've scrolled all the way down, y'all. I don't see it.
I don't know. This case has got me drove insane. It seems like we want the boy found worse than they do. I mean,
I don't feel at this point like anybody wants him found.
no.
I don't, because why is everybody dragging their feet?
Yep.
Oh,
That's exactly what-
like it took me 3 weeks to get caught up on, who Nina was. Like, what?
Yeah.
It took us one
My
night.
husband said, yeah. And my husband said, they did it, but they don't want to, nobody knows that. I mean,
Okay, somebody
beginning
said to
thing-
look under events. Okay, let me see. I mean, why is this so hard to find? It shouldn't be this hard to find, I guess is my point. I mean, I'm not the best
No.
with Facebook. I don't really go on it too much, but I've had it since like it came out, and I know how to kind of find something if there's a vigil. Like they need to be separate from all these groups. I mean, you can't tell.
yeah.
They need to somehow differentiate it, and it's confusing. Tony did say that when he got some new info when Jules was brought up. Right, but she had reached out to him before when he said she was Sebastian's Army, and he still didn't reach her back. So I don't understand what's going on. But anyways, Crystal, what else did you want to talk about? Do you have any other thoughts?
Not really. I mean,
Just baffled and confused and frustrated and all of the above.
Exactly. I mean, that's all there is to it. I think, honestly, I think the boy's schooling. I really do.
I know it's
I
sad.
hate to think that. It is very sad.
Yeah. Well, thanks for calling in, Crystal. I want to give some others a chance to call in as well, but I do appreciate you calling in, honey.
No problem. Thank you. You have a great night.
You too. Bye-bye. Phone lines back open, 727-755-6001. Sixth post down. It should be pinned. I mean, I'm not trying to judge here, but if you're PR, you got to do better, man. Treat this like you're selling a crane, right? You're awesome. Well, okay. So anyways, let me tell you, I can't find the shit, and I'm not going to waste my time doing it. 727-755-6001. Give me a call. Let me know what you think. If you have the correct information, call in. Let me know. But while we were listening to that TikTok the other day, if a lot of you listened and got through it, it was hard to get through. Mods, if you could just throw my email in there, people can shoot whatever they've got. I've got my email open.
From
Gina.
Hey, Gina, you're live.
Hey, Jay.
Hey,
how are you?
what's up?
Hey, I just wanted to tell you, I've been talking to a few of the other channels, letting you guys know what I saw today. I was in my local Walmart. I live in California, on the coast, and I always look at the missing child's wall just because, like, I'm into true crime,
Yeah.
So, guess who I saw?
Sebastian.
I did.
And Callie.
And Callie, and I'm in Cali.
Wow.
So all those states away, and unfortunately, I just don't have a good feeling about, he's in a good place now, but it kind of gave me this warm and fuzzy feeling because he really is getting out there, I mean, he was right on top, and I took a picture of it. I can send it to you if you want via email, but I glanced really quick, and then I saw his sweet little face. So anyway, I just
well, thanks for sharing that. I think that's amazing. He's reached that far and wide.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yep.
And still no sign.
There's not too many.
Not one sign.
I know it breaks my heart. You see these kids with, I put in quotation special needs. I have a nephew that is on the spectrum as well, and they sometimes, yes, they can be difficult, but what kid isn't? So
yeah, and I think that I feel like they're kind of exaggerating the autism a little bit more than it really was, because if we think about Seth said that he would come home, get off the bus. Well, A, he's riding a bus. He's not overstimulated for a bus. B, he's getting off the bus alone, and he's coming home while Katie's at work, and he's alone for a few hours. That doesn't sound like as special needs as they made him sound.
I think he was a pretty sufficient young man. So anyway, but I'll let someone else jump in. But I just wanted to say, like, that I thought that was, I don't want to use the word cool, but I thought that was
it is
very inspiring. Like, wow, that's awesome.
It shows that it works, right? It shows that spreading the word on social media works.
It really does. I mean, I'm far away from Tennessee, so the fact that he's in my hometown, I watch this case every day. So anyway, all right, Jay.
Thank you. That's awesome.
And congratulations on your plaque.
Thank you. All right, you be careful out there.
All right, take care.
Okay,
Bye.
you too. Bye. What an awesome story. Sebastian has made it all the way to Cali on the wall in Walmart. Oh, Julie Jordan, that would be great. If you could actually confirm that with Terry Lynn, that'd be wonderful. Wonderful. Thank you, guys. 727-755-6001. 6001. Call in and give me your thoughts. Let me know what's going on in your mind with this case. Thank you. Thank you. So I guess the vigil is on at Beach High School. It has not been canceled. However, it was canceled with the church and moved to the high school. So it is still on. I don't want to put any false information out there. So we've got a caller.
Call from
Ohio.
You are live on air. Who am I talking to?
Hey, Jay, it's Ohio here.
Hey, Ohio. What's going on?
Hey, I'm doing good. How are you?
I'm wonderful. What's on your mind? What you thinking?
Just letting you know that me and my husband are going down to what do they call that? It's the Yogi Bear campground anyway. Where they're staying.
Oh.
And it wasn't even planned that way, seriously. But while I'm down there, we're down there, I'm going to do some searching around and see, if anything pops up. And if so, I would let you know.
Well, be very careful. Be very careful.
Oh, I'm not scared. We pack everywhere we go. So,
well, I mean,
I'm not talking to them.
And don't tell anybody when you're doing it. Just do your thing.
Oh, no.
Do your thing first and then let people know.
Yeah. No, because nobody even knows. That's why I don't even give my name, because of that fact that I'm out here going to search too, but I don't give my name. I say Ohio, and it's just, this got to stop.
Better safe than sorry,
Right. But, I'm law enforcement, so I'm not worried. So, like I said, they won't see it coming, but it's a good place to go look while we're there, walking around, Who cares? We're having fun, but if something comes up, hey, so be it, right? There we go.
Well, you stay safe out there, and thank you for going to search. I think that it takes an army for sure, and we don't all have to have the official badge of, approval to care about this kid. Like, this kid is not owned by anybody. He became the public's business when he disappeared, poof, out of nowhere, right? And we, the public, we care about where he went.
Yeah, we do care. And it's so weird that there's other kids, and we do care about them too. We really, really do. I mean, there's so many kids out there that we wish we could just put our arms around them. I mean, it's like, is this month of February, March, the time of missing kids month? I mean, come on, this is ridiculous. And these parents, this is getting way out of hand. But, what do you do?
Well, I think that it's captured us. I think it's captured us so much because, I mean, I don't know what you think about this, but it feels like, we all see how badly Sebastian was failed throughout his life. And, we can't do anything to change that. But, we can definitely keep his name out there and being talked about. And that, that's what I'm trying to do. No, I'm not there in Tennessee. I think it was Tony that said, you want to help? Get boots on the ground or some shit. I'm not in Tennessee. I don't have the means to go to Tennessee. No. But what I do is what I've done for 5 years. And, I was just really kind of put off by that because I've spoken to a lot of missing and deceased parents of deceased and missing children. And I take great pride in my empathy for them and in my role in what I can do to help them. And I can't do it all, but I can do one thing and I can give them a platform to speak,
Exactly.
And I don't know why they're being picky and choosy about who they go, whose panels they're on and all this drama.
Right. And I support all of you guys, and I'm just going back to work. So this is the thing that I'm doing is I'm going to give a little bit as I can to each and every one of you because you guys are out there. You're keeping this going. I mean, even with Summer Wells, blah, 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 blah. But I'm telling you, because I've been off work since December. So,
you don't have to do anything, honey. I mean, you being here.
No.
And you calling
I want
in.
You guys,
and
no, I want you guys to keep this going. If me and then, I clean for a living. If I can get more people, because I tell you what, in Ohio where I'm from, I talked to a couple people and they're like, no, I've never heard of this. So how many more people haven't heard of these cases that they, it's not fair,
Yeah.
To these kids
Yep.
or anybody that goes missing in that fact. But I want you guys to all, like, I'm a Bullhorn Betty fan. I'm your fan. I am a fan of Dolly. I'm a fan of all you all, because you guys, I can say this, okay? You guys are coming together. You don't put each other down, and that's what makes you more mature, and that's why I follow you. I hate when people get on here and, not even, I like Pascal too. It's like you guys aren't putting anybody down in that fact because you're all doing the same thing as what it's about that boy.
Yeah.
And
Absolutely.
everybody quit. Even
it's not about competition.
People need to quit. I don't care what Chris calls in, whatever. Everybody, you know what? If he does it, don't even, I say this, don't even acknowledge that he even called it. Ignore him. Ignore him. Who cares? Because his mouth, overworks his ass. You know what I mean? So just ignore him. Now, I'll tell you why I know this, because my son got taken away from me. Okay, for no reason. I didn't get to see my son for 2 years, which me and my son are good friends now. So, but I went through a lot. And I fought for him, But, this thing of fighting and arguing and stuff, okay, how do you say it? Misery loves company, right? So if he's in here calling in and acting stupid, I don't think anybody should even post it on there that he even called in. Who cares? Just ignore him, because the less, what do you call it? The less that, and then I'll let you go because I know you got other people. The less that we give him, a chance to be an asshole, then the less we have to hear about it, because we all know how he's been. And it's not fair. All we care about is that baby right there, that baby, and all these babies. That's all we care about. We don't care about his mouth.
Right.
We don't care.
Right.
All we want is that baby and all these other babies. Yep.
I just want them to tell the truth, what they know. I mean, this is getting to be ridiculous.
Okay. Yes, but they're narcissists, and narcissists don't do that. And because that's, and even Dolly said it, and he's funny, but he makes sense, okay, on this fact. But he said, and I laughed, and, just, if it was an accident, man, you would have been a lot better off because you wouldn't have done anything. But this cover-up shit, that, I'm a mom, you're a mom, everybody's mom, dad, whatever. It's not right, and it's not correct. And I hope it's not some kind of hoax.
Huh.
Because, this has gotten everybody. Look how many people are out there. Seriously. You don't do that to people. So,
yeah.
I don't know.
I agree with you, caller. Thanks for calling in, and you stay safe. Let us know.
Thanks, Jay.
Yeah, send me an email. Yeah, let me know.
I will.
All right, you
I will
take
send
care.
You an email. Thank you.
All right.
Bye-bye.
Bye. Thanks for calling in, caller. She says she's going to be at Yogi Bear. Thanks for the call. 727-755-6001. So let me tell you about what happened. So hang on. I'm going to pause. Wait, hang on. Give me a second. I want to get this story out and then you guys can call. So when we were live on Monday, we listened to the TikTok live, and we went live at 3:00 in the afternoon. And at 4:44, I got an email from Tony. Well, I was live, so I didn't see it. And I didn't see it until after, because then after the live, we went in Discord and we watched Jennifer Coffindaffer. Then we went and watched Pascal. So I didn't see it until the next day. But he said that he was reaching out to extend an olive branch, so to speak, and whatever. So then he said I could call him at any time. And I said, for transparency sake, I would rather invite you up on panel. And he replied, would you like Seth too? And I wrote back, yes. And I asked if there would be, certain things that we couldn't talk about, or if the questions would need to be sent to him beforehand. So I'm waiting to see how transparent this is going to be, because I feel like with a missing kid, it should be 100% transparency. I don't know what there's to hide. We know that Sebastian, we know the worst things there is to know. If there's more that we don't know, God Almighty, help us all. If there's more, because what is the big secretive now?
In the name of Jesus, Father God, Lord.
So I'm waiting for a response back. So that's where that whole thing sits right now. And I'm hoping that they'll come on. I just want to know what this, if there's stipulations. I don't know. A lot of you are talking about hoaxes now, but I do want to clarify for the record, due to the overwhelming participation response to the Ride for Sebastian, hosted by the 615 Boys MC, will be moving the location from the Long Hollow Church Chapel to Beach High School. We encourage everyone to participate in the ride, regardless of what you drive. If you would like to participate in the ride, you will need to meet at the Rudder at 4 p.m. Details are on the flyer. So it's still on. They just moved it. Yeah, it just seems like everything's so secretive. Like, okay, so then another thing that's confusing to me, and what I would like to ask is, if you've brought Tony on as PR, why are you still talking like on coffin daffers? Like, Tony didn't say a word. So is he just there to like step in and do damage control if things get out of hand? Because he like told Jennifer to move on, or Jen. Yeah, it's not canceled, just move locations. Let's do a poll. It is weird. I just think that it shouldn't be so goddamn secretive. Like, we should be able to talk about this openly, and nothing should change, but everything changes. Everything changes. The stories change. Coffin Daffer, when Seth told stories, were different from the stories we heard early on. I just don't know what the truth is. I saw that, Nicole. That's crazy. That's crazy. Where's the lady that arranged the first vigil? Yeah, I don't know. Let's do a poll, though. I want to see what you guys think, because a lot of people have talked about a hoax. I don't think it's a hoax, as we heard early on. I just don't know what the truth is. Okay, so let's do this way. He says he's not being paid. So someone sent me some information on Tony's team, because I don't know who any of these people are. And I guess because someone kept talking about Nina. I'm just going to put up a quick poll in here. Do you think this is a hoax? I just want to know how many of you are thinking that direction. But anyways, people were like talking about Nina, and then Tony was talking about Nina, and he said that he was, confused about who Nina was when he first came on this case, until he found out that it was Chris's ex. Well, then I was sent some things on Nina that's on his team. And I guess she owns a trucking company, like trucks, like trucking. People think that this whole thing is not a disappearance, is a hoax. That's what I'm asking. Do you think that this is made up? Kind of like Balloon Boy. Do you know who Balloon Boy is? Do we need to watch a Balloon Boy again? Let's see. It's not the first time that people have done hoaxes, and that's why I'm asking. Let's see. I'm going to show you what Balloon Boy did. And then we're going to see Balloon Boy. We have an interview 10 years later. And then I'll take some more calls. So just hang tight. I want to show you guys Balloon Boy. Because a lot of the younger folks may not know about Balloon Boy. This happened 14 years ago. And it was worldwide news. Balloon Boy parents hoaxed the entire world. Here we go. Wait for it.
The plight of Balloon Boy captured the imagination of millions of TV viewers. 6-year-old Falcon Heen was reported to have crawled into a UFO-shaped balloon his father was putting together in the family's backyard. Parents Richard and Mayumi were apparently frantic when the helium-filled aircraft broke free of its tether and floated away. An emergency call went out. The skies were cleared over much of the state of Colorado. Police and TV news camera crews chased the balloon for 50 miles, only to find it empty. Falcon was safe and well at home. He was said to have been hiding, but he got his parents into very hot water indeed when he made this admission in a live interview.
You guys said that we did this for the show.
His parents denied the affair was a hoax, but prosecutors wanted to press charges that could have seen them in prison for up to 6 years.
We have evidence at this point to indicate that it was a publicity stunt done with the hopes of marketing themselves or better market themselves for a reality television show at some point in the future.
In the latest twist, however, the Heens are likely to escape jail when they plead guilty to lesser charges. The authorities offered them a plea bargain out of compassion to avoid breaking up the family and deporting Mrs. Heen back to her native Japan.
Okay, so that's the hoax. Here's the kid 10 years later.
You may not remember 16-year-old Falcon Heeney.
Yeah, you want the food.
But you'll certainly remember his unusual story.
We're going to turn to Colorado and that balloon flight that has garnered so much attention.
Authorities tracked that balloon for 2 hours, fearing that 6-year-old was inside on a misguided joyride.
Balloon Boy, anybody ever throw that at you these days?
Yeah, a lot.
But you're laughing about it.
Yeah.
Wait, it happens a lot?
Yeah.
What's your reaction to it?
It was like, ah.
Falcon says he doesn't remember much about the incident that earned him that nickname, but his dad, Richard, certainly does.
Surely you know, this was not just some little story that was going to go away. You know that, right?
Afterward, after the fact, I mean, it just never dawned on me. Falcon appears, and, I didn't know there was I mean, actually, we didn't have a TV hooked up, so I had no idea what was going on.
It's a flying saucer. Yeah.
10 years ago, millions were glued to their TVs, watching as this giant balloon drifted across the Colorado sky.
A search is underway for a 6-year-old boy who may or may not have climbed into a homemade helium balloon.
It captivated cable audiences with wall-to-wall coverage. The incident, an apparent emergency. Falcon Heeney's life seemingly was in danger.
Okay, how long has the 6-year-old been missing?
Just a few minutes.
His father, Richard, an inventor who built the balloon himself, sounding frantic on this 911 call.
So we are sure that he's in that?
Yeah, we looked everywhere, and my son just said, be verified. He said, yeah, he went inside just before it went off because we had it tethered. It wasn't supposed to take off.
That's the 911. These fuckers called 911 and said their kid was up in a flying saucer. They totally should have went to prison for this. Nowadays, they wouldn't get away with this shit. They wouldn't get away with it now. What jerks.
Big on this 911 call.
So we are sure that he's in that?
Yeah, we looked everywhere, and my son just said, be verified. He said, yeah, he went inside just before it went off because we had it tethered. It wasn't supposed to take off.
3, 2, 1.
The family had been recording the saucer seen here in this home video just moments before that 911 call. The Colorado National Guard was put on alert. Helicopters at the ready. Flights around the area were diverted. After nearly 2 hours, that flying saucer
diverted flights and everything. They wanted a reality show. They wanted a freaking reality show. It shut down. I mean, news crews were chasing this for 50 miles.
Started losing its lift.
5, 4, 3. They're trying to grab the balloon on the ground.
Look at this shit.
The ground.
It dropped into a field some 50 miles from the Heeney's home. Rescuers.
Do you see these? Oh my God. You guys, the rescue. What the fuck? I've never seen this. I've never seen this.
flying saucer started losing its lift.
5, 4, 3. They're trying to grab the balloon on the ground. He just touched the ground.
It dropped into a field some 50 miles from the Heaney's home. Rescuers scrambled to find the boy in the balloon while viewers held their breath.
I'm going to say that this kid is going to be okay. It's been a safe landing.
But as it turned out, Falcon was never in the balloon to begin with. Instead, he'd been hiding in the attic at home. Later that evening, the Heaneys talked to CNN. And when Falcon...
He was hiding in the attic. This was 14 years ago. So whenever that was. He was... Kristen, you watched it work? I didn't watch it live. I just remember seeing it on the news. Oh my God. What the hell? They made this look like a freaking joke. It looks like a Jiffy Pop.
From 50 miles from the Heaney's home. Rescuers scrambled to find the boy in the balloon while viewers held their breath.
I'm going to say that this kid is going to be okay. It's been a safe landing.
But as it turned out, Falcon was never in the balloon to begin with. Instead, he'd been hiding in the attic at home. Later that evening, the Heaneys talked to CNN. And when Falcon was asked why he hid, the little boy said this.
We did this for the show.
What do you mean we did this for the show?
I have no idea.
That interview sparked speculation
no idea.
over whether the whole thing was an act. Authorities began calling it a hoax. At the time, saying the Heaneys, who had reportedly been shopping a reality show and had already been on ABC's Wife Swap, staged the stunt to gain fame.
They were
Richard and his
already
wife,
on Wife
Mayumi,
Swap.
insisted it was not staged. But eventually pled guilty to related charges and served minimal jail time. Mayumi did initially confess, but she says only out of fear.
Mayumi, did you actually think you could lose your kids in all this?
Yes, I did.
You thought somebody would actually take your boys away from you after all this?
And I thought I'm going to be deported. Then I won't see my husband or kids. I won't be able to see them. So my focus was a hope of family together.
The family now lives in Florida. Richard still maintains that it wasn't a hoax and says he was a victim of character assassination.
And how, after you stack all that stuff, throw in the interview that was on CNN with Wolf Blitzer, you throw all that together with a background you have.
Look at his shirt. Search Truth Internet Historian. This guy is mentally ill. And who goes on a show with that shirt like that? Oh my God.
Why wouldn't people go?
This is another hit piece. This is another hit piece, which I anticipate.
Here?
Yeah.
What is it going to take to change public opinion that you know is still out there about what happened 10 years ago?
What would be nice is if the media could actually go, yeah, Richard's got a point, but it's so biased, okay? The media continues on with the same narrative.
And all these years later?
Do you feel a sense still that you need to clear your name?
Oh, most definitely.
Still, 10 years later?
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Why is that still so important to you?
I've lost many opportunities. I've lost a lot of opportunities. I've had people contact me about things I've invented, and the deal went south. And, because they find out who I am. And the thing that gets me is the media never tells my side of the story.
He says the incident has been a learning
He still
experience for his
denies
family.
it.
How has this impacted you all?
Oh, man. It's had a very positive effect.
Positive.
Very positive, because I closed off our family to the outside world. And I just said, we're going to go to homeschooling. We're going to go do activities together. And I'm going to be the guy that spends time with them.
It sounds like you're saying this incident actually made you all a tighter-knit family.
Yes, we are definitely a tighter-knit family.
Since the incident, the Heaney boys have started a band. Their heavy metal talents on display in this 2014 music video for a song aptly titled No Hoax.
What? A band? What? See, you guys, this is why... Wow.
We don't really want to associate ourselves with that. We just want to rock out.
You have any current TV or reality show opportunities in the works?
No.
Would you take an opportunity, a reality show, any TV opportunity, or would you rather get out of the spotlight at this point, given what the spotlight has done to you?
Yeah, I don't want to be in the spotlight. Okay, now I'm sitting here with you with a light in my face, because of this. People need to know this right here, this truth. But now my boys, they love playing music, they love performing, and it's a real passion with them. So if any opportunities come down the pike, I hope it's for them.
For Nightline, I'm TJ Holmes in Archer, Florida.
Okay, so there's your update. There's Balloon Boy. Can't make this shit up, guys. All right, let's open up them phone lines again. 727-755-6001. Call in and let me know what you think. I don't know what's going on, man. You can't make this stuff up. You can't make this stuff up. Gina, thank you for sending me the picture of Sebastian being shown in Cali. Let me show you guys this. 755 or 727-755-6001. The phone line's open right meow. There it is, guys. This is when Gina called in, she said she saw Sebastian's face in Walmart in California, and this is a screenshot of it. Thank you so much, Gina. It's nice. It's really nice to see. I remember Rudy Farias. Yep, I remember that one. And no one talks about him anymore. It's like they just went away. Isn't that weird? Oh my gosh.
Call from
Melissa.
Hey, Melissa, you're live.
Hi, how are you?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm good.
Thanks for calling in.
So, I have this really strong feeling that there was a double teaming of the feet against the boy.
What do you mean double teaming?
Well, because of your video about the lights,
Mm-hmm.
I really feel like that there was a lot more going on. And I listened to ghost box sessions. I know I'm a freak. That's just what I do.
I
but
don't think
I'm
you're a
saying
freak at
that
all.
I think it really matches what you were talking about. If you go listen to anybody that's done a ghost box session, it matches that video. No lie.
There's a lot of ghost box sessions out there, and there's a lot of tarot people working on this case as well.
Okay. I'll tell you. So, electronic medium.
Okay.
She is exceptionally talented at what she does. And then Hope Tarot without anything in between, like there's no space. You have to be careful because Hope Tarot brings up like many. But if you go listen to either or all of those, you will see that what that video talks about is what shows up in their sessions.
Interesting. Well, anybody that wants to check that out, go ahead and check that out and let us know. Unfortunately, I wish I had time to watch more than I can, but I appreciate you guys.
I'm not expecting you to.
No, I appreciate
I'm not
you.
I'm not expecting you to, and I believe in that, and a lot of people do not, and that's okay. I'm not really saying that I'm right and they're wrong. I'm just saying I believe in that. But the lady that said she was going to Yogi Bear campground, if you listen to Hope Tarot, he's in the woods in Yogi Bear campground. I'm just saying, if you listen, that's what it says. I'm not saying I believe or don't believe. I don't know, because I would love to be able to be boots on the ground, but I can't. I'm in Kansas City, so yeah, I would say if anybody believes, go listen and maybe help guide her to where this may be. But Hope Tarot particularly.
All right. Thanks for your call. Appreciate you.
Thank you.
All right.
And thank you for what you do.
Absolutely. Thank you.
Bye.
Bye-bye. I had a missed call from 720. 720 if you want to call, but actually 720, I'm going to call you back because I missed your call. 720.
Hello?
Hi, this is Jay. I missed your call.
Hi, it's Kristen.
Hey, Kristen, what's up?
How are you?
I'm good. How are you? Nice to hear from you.
I'm doing pretty good. I know, I keep missing the live, so I'm trying to get in where I can.
Well, it's nice to hear your voice. So what's up? What's on your mind? I don't know if you've been keeping up on all of this, but it's gotten crazy.
Yeah, I've been trying to, like in the beginning I did, and things just got so messy that I'm kind of like, in my heart, I really want it to be a hoax, you know?
I hear you.
I really want him to be well, but in my gut, it just tells me that I don't think it's a hoax.
Yeah. I know it does kind of maybe make us feel better to think that he's out there somewhere and they're just going to have him walk back up and he'll be fine.
Right.
You know, and he can get the help he needs.
And just the time that's passed, too.
I know. It's because you're so sweet, Kristen. That's your heart.
Thank you.
You want to believe
I
that.
do.
It's hard to accept these awful things that people do, especially to children. You know, it's just, you can't even
It's
hardly
sick.
wrap your mind around it. It happens so much.
Yeah, children, animals, the innocent ones, you know, it's just sad.
Yep. The ones
Very
that can't
sad, but
can't speak for themselves, you know.
Oh, exactly. And his condition, I just want to see him flourish, but I don't know. I hope it's a hoax, so I'm just gonna try to think that so I don't get too sad. But yeah,
I hear you. Well, thanks for calling, Kristen. I got another call coming in, but love seeing you
definitely.
tonight.
Oh yeah, I'm so glad I'm here.
You too.
Love you.
Okay,
Jay.
love you too. Bye.
Bye.
Call from
Susanna.
Hey, Susanna, you are live on air. What's on your mind?
Hi. Thanks for taking my call.
Absolutely.
Yeah, I just this case there's just so much drama, and it's kind of sad because it kind of feels like nobody's searching at all for this poor boy. And you know, regarding Seth, I kind of understand him getting a PR because there's so much talk on the internet. But then, you know, a lot of people really want him just to be working like he was. So I can understand why things are a little crazy for him. I still cannot believe how Katie won't talk about her own son. And it's just, I don't understand why there's no evidence of anything.
Nothing
Nothing at all. So I don't know. Those are my thoughts. I mean, of course, it still doesn't get to anything, but it's troublesome. I mean, we're going close to 3 months now, I think.
Yeah, it's a long time. It's a real long time.
So I really hope the cops got something that they're searching. I mean, we're getting more information about the Madeline Soto case than we are here. And that happened the same day, so.
Yeah, yep. And, you know, it's a difference in states, too. You know, you see a child harmed in Florida, and, I mean, obviously they found her, but just the amount of information and things that we get down here versus in other states.
Sure.
I think Tennessee is very unique. I mean, just following Summer's case in this case, when we have a missing kid down here, like in my county, they're all over it. I mean, they're
Right.
their press conferences. I mean, you've seen the Florida sheriffs.
Oh, yeah.
They don't fuck around.
Hey, yeah, if I lose a child, ever, which I won't, but if I did, I would hope it to be in Grady Judd
County, yes.
Jurisdiction, yeah.
If anything bad happens to me, I want it to happen in Polk County, Florida. Absolutely, because he's on top of it, him and his team. And I'm not saying that
he's
they're
amazing
and I'm not
doing that.
saying that Tennessee isn't, but I don't think they're as vocal. I think that they keep things more private. And I think in a social media world that maybe they're going to have to, and I don't know. I mean, I'm not a professional. Don't get me wrong. I'm not judging them, but maybe, change a little bit and have a little bit more PR coming out of the TBI and a little more PR coming out of those sheriff's departments. You know what I'm saying?
Got it. Yeah.
Because transparency is where we love Grady Judd, because he's transparent with us.
Yes, most definitely. One last thing before I get off. I did live in Jackson, Tennessee for a few years, and that's in between Memphis and Nashville. And one thing that struck me when I was hearing a different podcast, I'm not sure who it was, but someone had said, them driving through to Jackson, Tennessee and to Memphis, they didn't see any billboards. And to me, I thought that Katie and Chris were helping, and there's somebody trying to do donations for the billboards. And I just with that person saying there being nothing was kind of concerning.
And you know what else? You know what else I'm wondering about now that you say that? I'm reading chat too. Don't you think that law enforcement, like their quietness on these people that are privately searching, it's like they're not asking the public to search. They're not backing up any searches. They've taken their search back and said they've gone into investigative mode. So what does that mean? We just sit back and we have nothing. And that's why we're all so confused. There's no pressure
and that's why
being
there's
put.
a lot of rumors starting because we got nothing.
Exactly.
We got nothing. Absolutely nothing. And they're not updating. They updated once like a month ago.
Yeah, I mean, I'm trying to hold on to hope, that they're building a case, but then we have Summer Wells, and I think about that, and it's like, oh, I just don't know.
I know, crazy. Well, I appreciate it.
Yeah, I
Thank you
appreciate
for
your
taking my
call. Yeah, absolutely.
And I really hope that they do put some boards up. Well, like the billboards.
Yeah.
On the way through Jackson.
No one's seen any.
Highway 40, yeah, because the highway there is a very big interstate. So, going from Nashville to Memphis, there's a lot of traffic on there.
Yeah, well, I'm hearing in chat that Terry Lynn went looking for billboards where they've been said to be put up, and she hasn't been able to find a one.
I believe it. So I wonder where that money really is going.
Right. Be careful, guys. Don't just donate your money willy-nilly, man. I mean, money is a priceless thing these days. It's kind of like a recession out there, man.
Yeah,
Ask for proof.
That's the money that we all work hard to make.
Absolutely. And
all right,
thank you.
Thanks.
Yep, have a good night.
Appreciate it, Jay.
I appreciate you too. 727-755-6001. I'm hearing that no one in Tennessee can find any billboards. If you've seen any, email me some pics. Let's get our email in the chat and send me some pictures of the billboards. I would love to see them. I think if you're going to donate your money towards a cause, guys, ask for proof. Ask for receipts. Ask for receipts. I mean, you got to do it. You got to do it. You have to be transparent.
Call from.
Hey, caller, you are live on air.
Oh my gosh. Hi, Jay.
Hello, who am I talking to?
It's like my Mountain Dew. I was calling. I don't know if you've heard of Peter Hyatt.
Absolutely. He's brilliant.
Did you see the last?
I heard the begin. I'm not through the whole thing yet, but I've heard it's excellent.
Yes, it is, and it's so sad, and it makes sense. I mean, to me, it makes sense on how he might have disappeared, and and of course it's, it's the mom. I mean, the key
Yeah.
is definitely Sebastian's mom. So it's just terrible. Well, I just want to say thank you for what you do, and
thanks.
And congratulations on your 101,000
Well,
subscribers.
thank you so much. I think we're up to 105 now. It's crazy.
Oh,
it's crazy.
Okay. Well, congrats.
Thank you.
That's great.
I know our community is so amazing. You guys are great.
Yeah, and I wish you another 93, I guess, to get your, or 95.
Yay!
To have your 200.
Yeah, I can't wait for that day. Thanks for calling. Appreciate you.
No problem.
You're great.
Okay,
Thank you.
Take care.
You too. Bye. All right. Thank you so much, caller. So nice. You guys, we are over 600 members here. We are over 600 members. Peter Hyatt, how long is his live? I haven't gotten through all of it yet. We're almost to 106,000 subscribers. Holy crap. That is amazing.
Bananas,
727-755-6001. Call me and let me know what you think. Did you see Peter Hyatt? What do you think of that? Because I haven't seen it all. Yeah, if you've seen billboards, let's get those up in the email. I will show everybody. Let's see. We've got something. This is what I could find on the vigil. Okay, let's see. Thank you for that. Sunday, May 19th at 6 p.m. Central. A vigil of hope united in prayer for Sebastian Rogers. So that's this upcoming weekend already. It's this upcoming weekend. So I wonder if Jules will be at the vigil as well. That would be Sunday, May 19th at 6 Central, 7 Eastern. 727-755-6001. Did Peter ever do an analysis of Seth? Not that I know of. Wait, AA, what conversation, AA? Who are you? I can't believe you said what you said after our conversation. I get you disagree. I get you agree to disagree, but really, I don't know who you are. If you can let me know who you are, I will answer your question. Peter Hyatt did an amazing job breaking it all down. Ooh, Explore Core says, I think Seth is a sneaky sneak. I think he is behind the release of the phone call audio. CP and Heather about Chloe and then dismissed the PIs over it. It was released on the same day of CP's custody case. Wow. Thank you, Sarcasm. Actually, AA, if you want to call in, it's cool.
Call from.
Hey, you're live on air.
Hey, Jay.
Hey, who am I talking to?
This is Linda.
Hey,
and
Linda.
I'm from Kentucky.
Hey, Linda from Kentucky.
Yes. I was just wondering if anybody had checked around the Yogi Bear campground in the heavily wooded area.
If they have checked it, I don't know. No one has said that I've heard.
I was just wondering because I haven't heard anything really mentioned of anybody in that area. And I'm just wondering if he could be at there.
I don't know.
Somewhere.
I would hope someone has searched there. Because they won't leave there, will they? They're staying close to there, which is weird.
I know. It is weird. I mean, if I had a house like theirs, I would not walk away. But in my opinion, I think something happened in the house. I honestly do, in my opinion. but I don't know. I've thought about this for a couple of days, and I was like, okay, has anybody checked the wooded areas around Yogi Bear Campground?
That's a good place to start, I think. Thanks for calling. Appreciate you, Linda.
Oh, no problem.
Have a good night.
Thank you, Jake.
Yeah, absolutely.
You too.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
I mean, not that we know of. Thank you so much, caller. And thank you for calling in, Mountain Dew. You did excellent. Alicia P. The PIs were doing things behind the scenes that were not agreed upon. That's why he let them go. They also were not getting any information. Well, PIs are supposed to be private. So if I have a PI and they're voicing things to others, they're not really private. So I think that they were doing their job, and I don't think that everything needs to be filtered through Tony. I think that's weird. I think that's weird. I think that PIs should be able to keep it to themselves and not have to share it with Tony. They should be sharing with law enforcement only. That's my thoughts. You're not very private if you're sharing things with a bunch of others and recording calls and shit like that with your client. That's not private. So in my opinion, Chloe was private because she's doing a private job. I don't know. Maybe it's just me. No clue. But if it was my son, I wouldn't want all of this shenanigan and all these hands in the pot. I'd be working one-on-one with my freaking PI, and my PI would be communicating with law enforcement. Not with Tony, not filtering it through a team. None of that. You can't do that and keep shit private. That's why, right. So who's sabotaging this, Alicia? That's what I want to know. Somebody's sabotaging this. And who got in the forefront to get all the information to filter it back? It's weird. But Chloe wasn't going on social media and saying everything. The other girl was. But I think they put Heather in there to try to get close with CP, and I don't think he bit. I think she was trying to reel him in. I think they thought that he would flirt with her and shit. And he didn't take the bait. He likes redheads, but he didn't fall for that one.
Call from
Ange.
Hey, Ange, you are live on air.
Hi, how are you?
I'm good. How are you? Thanks for calling in.
Hey, doing good.
What's on your mind?
A lot, actually. So this is such a twisted case, and I feel really bad for Sebastian. You know, in the beginning, I said to everybody, I feel like everybody failed this young man. I mean, the bio dad, the bio mom, as well as CT. And for me, it is so exhausting trying to figure out how to help. I'm sure everybody else out there feels the same, listening to different creators, the mom not speaking out as much. You know, at one point I thought, okay, maybe the bio dad had something to do with it. But then I went back and was like, no, the mom. But at the end of the day, why didn't Sebastian tell his dad exactly what was going on? Does that make sense to you at all? If that was his comfortable spot, his safe place.
Yeah, I mean, it's a plausible.
I'm just asking,
right.
I mean, and I'm not, I mean, there's some things that you sit back and you listen to Seth, his compassion and trying to bring his son home, and you can appreciate that and you feel it, right?
Mm-hmm.
But then there's other times I'm like, when you look at this thing just well-rounded from every aspect, why didn't this young man tell his dad? Then you hear the grandmother say, you know, she was protecting her son and she didn't tell, you know, what Sebastian confided into her. I get it, but I feel like there's much more to it,
Yeah,
right?
yeah, there's got to be.
it doesn't even make any sense, and it's so exhausting. I mean, like, I'm sure all of your other viewers, I've been listening and watching since he became missing, up every day, checking Google to see if there's any updates, trying to see who's on, talking about it. It is, and I don't want people to lose hope or faith, but I just kind of feel like this kid, someone's unalived him at this point. I mean, what's your take? I hate to say that, Jay. I really do.
I mean, it all kind of crosses my mind at times, I don't like them. I don't think it should be this confusing or so messy. I think that there's still a lot more that we don't know, because there's no reason for secrecy and changing stories if we know everything. And what we know is so freaking gross and bad that I can't imagine it getting any worse. And I think that maybe Tony's trying to keep whatever is worse from coming out, because maybe if people found out, they wouldn't support any of these mofos.
Well, I'm on that bandwagon. I mean, guilty of donating to parties that I feel now that I shouldn't have, right? But at the end of the day, everybody wants Sebastian to come home.
Mm-hmm.
But I truly believe, and I'll call it out, all of that, all of the parenting figures, even the grandmother, let this young man down. Mm-hmm. And they all should be ashamed of themselves. That's how I see it at this point.
I mean, I agree. I don't want to kick people when they're down. You know what I mean? Because like right now they're down.
You.
But I agree with your thought process. I do because I was thinking about this earlier, and at first I saw Robin Rogers say that about the abuse early on. I mean, that came out on Facebook a long time ago, right? Her saying,
"Wow, I missed that."
Oh,
okay.
So Seth's mom made a post and said that Sebastian confided in her, and she kept it, quiet, so she didn't breach his trust. Something, not those exact words.
Was that recent or before? Because I thought that was like recent. No.
Well, I don't think it was. It wasn't that long ago, but I mean, it's been a couple weeks, right? It's been a couple weeks.
Okay.
So, given that it's been a couple weeks, I hadn't really, thought one way or the other about it. And I thought about it today after more stuff has come out, and especially Jennifer Coffindaffer's interview. A lot came out about their past.
Yeah.
So with that being said, I forgot what we were even talking about. I'm reading chat. Right. I'm sorry. What was it that I was?
That's all right. In regards to the grandmother.
Oh, yeah. Her post.
Coming out.
Yeah. Okay.
Yep.
So I didn't think much of it. Her saying that she didn't report anything because we had heard about the belt. That was when the belt thing came out. She posted she kept it, private for Sebastian. We thought it was just him getting hit with a belt. Well, then we find out about the pull-ups. Then we find out about the essay. Then we find out about all this other weird stuff that's iffy, right? Well, then you have grandma. Okay, now this is what went through my mind today. Now hear me out.
Okay.
At first blush, you may not think that's a big deal. Oh, she wanted her grandson to trust her. Okay, whatever. But to put that on a public platform. Blatant.
That is what I'm saying.
Blatantly putting it out there as if it's no big deal really tells me that she didn't think that was wrong. And that bothers me. That judgment bothers me, that she's a nurse and she did not think that that was wrong. Because if you thought it was wrong, you wouldn't admit that, right? It's kind of like when Seth was asked, what was Sebastian's first word? He said, I can't say it. It was a cuss word. Like, that's something I would not repeat. That would be something that I would probably take to the grave, because I wouldn't be proud of that. That means I'm swearing way too much around my son. So for you to say that blatantly, it tells me you don't think there's anything wrong with that. And then I start to think about your character, stemming from that. And that's where my mind goes.
Absolutely. No, I 100% agree with you. I mean, at the end of the day, everybody wants the same thing for him to come home. And I don't even know anymore where to go, who's searching, who's not searching, whatever happened to the dog handler. I was watching her on your show. Is she out there?
She's in Tennessee, yes.
She is.
Mhm.
Okay.
Yep.
So that's positive.
That's positive. I mean, she's
okay.
she's
Is there any more searches? I mean,
I'm sure. I mean,
it's
that's
just-
what she's there to do, but she's not disclosing where she's
Okay.
searching or any details.
I gotcha, and I don't blame her.
No, I
based
don't
on
either.
everything that's happened out there.
Mm-mm.
Wow.
Hell no.
I just wanted to lay in your ear. I've been watching you for the past few weeks. You're real with it. I watch other creators, but now I'm being more drawn to your channel. And, you know, you call it as you see it. That's why I called in, because honestly, some creators, I will tell you, Team Seth, and, you know, it's Team Seth all the way. But when you want to be real and listen to someone else's opinion, you got to agree to disagree, even if you don't like what they're saying, right? Everybody has their own opinion.
Sure, everybody feels like
we
they
all want the same thing.
We all
Bring
want
Sebastian home.
this kid brought home. Yeah. I mean, at the end of the day,
Absolutely.
That's why I think it gets confusing with Team Seth, Team Sebastian. It's Team
Correct.
Sebastian. It's find Sebastian Rogers, right? I mean,
Absolutely.
it's not. It shouldn't
And
be
I caught your
Sebastian's
video
army
last
and
night, by the
everything
way.
else. Which one?
I caught your video last night, by the way, the one you did for taking everybody back through time and talking about Sebastian.
Yeah.
Absolutely amazing.
Did you
I
like
watched
that?
it twice, so kudos. I did. And I'm a newcomer. And I'm
Well, thank
calling
you.
in.
Thank
So,
you. I appreciate
Yeah, you're
that.
bringing in more people, and I'm from Arizona, and I definitely appreciate your time. I just wanted to lend your ear for a
I
moment.
appreciate you too. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Keep up the good work, and I'll talk to you soon.
Thanks. Take care. Wow, so nice. That's so nice. Thank you. I don't know, Jeanette, who you're talking to. I don't. Are you talking to me or someone in chat? I'm confused. But anyways, on Jennifer Coffindaffer's show, they went through Sebastian's life, and what I did was I just clipped it and I put it in order so that we could go from the wedding of Chris and Katie to, you know, Sebastian growing up and becoming a teenager. Myra, I wouldn't assume Seth was proud of the cuss word bit. You don't know him nor what was in his head. Many of us will smile or laugh due to nervousness. It's not about being nervous. That's just, if I just would not repeat that story, that's me. And I'm just being real with you. If my kid's first word was fuck, I would never tell someone that. I'd be embarrassed because I'd be like, holy shit, why would my kid's first word be fuck? I mean, your kid's literally going, you know, ba ba, ba ba, ba ba before it says fuck. I mean, let's just be real. There's a lot more to this story that we don't know, and it's clear by the secretivity, like the secretiveness that we see, in my opinion. This is my opinion, and my opinion only, and it doesn't automatically make someone bad. I never said it did. It just says a lot about his home life. Let's break it down for those in the back. If your kid says fuck as a first word, you may want to reevaluate how you're speaking in front of your child, right? You might just want to reevaluate. That's all I'm saying. Just like grandma putting on Facebook that she kept abuse a secret. She obviously thought it was normal, so she put it on Facebook. If it was, you know, something that she kept to herself, she maybe should have kept it to herself. That's all I'm saying. That entire interview with Jennifer Coffindaffer gave us such insight to Sebastian's life and how much he was moved around, moved, school after school after school, nothing but a problem after problem. It was bad. He did Clues Blues. Odd he disappeared on the anniversary of KP filing for divorce? Weird. You don't have to delete Z Collie. Don't delete that. People can have their opinions. Don't say people can have their opinions and then delete them, because that's what I just said happened to me on the Pascal show. Don't delete opinions. If you didn't get a feel for Sebastian's home life from Jennifer Coffindaffer's interview, I implore you to go back and listen to it again without chatting. Without chatting, just go back and listen. Jeanette, what are you talking about? Jeanette, call in 727-755-6001. Tell me where I said that. 727-755-6001. Call in right now, Jeanette. Phone line is open for Jeanette. Yeah, that is weird. I'm sorry. I just don't want to be a hypocrite. I don't want to be a hypocrite. Because I just said that. Jeanette, 727-755-6001. Tell me. Call in. It's easier to talk than type. Hey, Smiley. What's up, Smiley? Everybody go Smiley. Some love. Love my Smiley. What kind of soundbite we got for Smiley? Pine Needle says, it made me so sad for his life, even in the start. Katie goes to military and Chris gets jobs, leaving Sebastian in the care of, or Seth gets jobs, leaving Sebastian in the care of others, then turmoil, divorce, Chris, etc. Yeah, I mean, it was not, there was no routine there, if you will. Yeah, I've never said that. Call in 727-755-6001. Jeanette, don't come in here and say my words. Call me and let's talk it through. Let's be adults, Jeanette. What's up, Hellcat? Well, it was that grandma that called CPS anonymously to report. It was said that grandma called CPS anonymously to report what Sebastian told her. Apparently, there were various CPS visits besides the belt incident. Yeah, that's what I heard. I mean, she could have. She could have reported it anonymously, but I mean, I don't know. I'm not the one that brought up CPS. Tony did. Tony is the one that was on Tik Tak saying that Seth was going to be on Pascal and that he was going to be. I've never typed that in my chat, and that word does not scroll through my chat without my mods deleting it. So,
shall we play a game?
727-755-6001. Give me a call. Let me know what's on your mind. And for all of those that are defending a child's first word being a word you can't even say on Jennifer Coffindaffer's YouTube channel, you might want to go back and replay that entire thing. She already did say it, Kendi. I want her to call in because I never said it. Sebastian never had any routine. That's what he needed his whole life, and he didn't have it. Oh, she's in the UK. What a good excuse. Is she really? What's up, Pearl Girl? Yeah, I don't know. Granny never said that she, Oh, Granny's Dee Dee Roberts says that's the first time I heard anyone say Granny called in to report it. Granny said she hadn't even told L.E. after he's been missing for 2.5 months. Well, Jeanette, I can't help you then. Call long distance. I don't know what else to tell you, but don't come in here and say I said something I didn't say. It's late there. Night-night.
For donuts.
All right. For the serious people in chat, 727-755-6001. Let me know what's on your mind. Hey, little Boston. Let's see. You guys, we need to get our goals up. I hate to bring it up, but we got to spin that damn wheel. It's not a good first word. I mean, come on.
Woo-wee, that will scare somebody.
Yeah, I'm not saying everybody in the UK is making an excuse. I'm saying that person. Who were the CPS reports on? We don't know. BDAC, Seth and Tony saying they hadn't discussed it with Granny. Do they think we're dumb? Right, I remember that. No foul words are good for a child to start out with. I agree.
Call from.
You are live on air. What's on your mind?
Hi, Jay. I was just calling to tell the person that commented that it is very too late for you to just be putting words into your mouth because you never said that.
I didn't.
And I've been on every single live, and I know you didn't say that, and she's lying, so she should really get off your page and stop lying. Spreading misinformation
Tell
about
him.
a missing child is kind of crazy to me.
It is.
So wild.
They're trying to discredit
Like, this
people.
is all about an autistic child. Like, we're arguing over what? The fact that we're trying to find a child.
Yep.
And that the parents are really, really freaking weird. They're really weird, no matter how you slice it.
Everything is weird.
I agree with you completely. I'm just like, what? Are we living in wacky world? Like,
We're in the
we need to
Twilight
find
Zone.
this child.
Yeah, it's like the
For
Twilight
real.
Zone.
I don't understand. It's crazy. She really needs to look more into what she's talking about before she starts talking in chat, because everything can spiral out of control way too quickly. And you didn't say that, so.
No, and I didn't even type it. I would have never said that.
Yeah.
Thank you,
of course.
caller.
She just wants to start something. Of course.
Said you
You're
want to
welcome.
be
I just called
starting
to say that.
something. Yeah, she wants to start something like Michael Jackson. All right, thanks, girl, for having my back. I appreciate you. You too. Bye. Love you. If I just missed your call, 865, give me a call right back, or 337-727-755-6001. Seth and Tony. Oh, I already read that one. Sorry. I'm trying to catch up on chat here. Yeah, that is a very serious accusation. And it really, because they said, oh, now you want to have Seth and Tony on your panel, but you're calling him that. I never said that. See, they want it to get back to Seth and Tony that I said that, so I won't talk to Seth and Tony. Guess what, Chris Proudfoot? You were flung out of the chat. Make another name. Flung. 727-755-6001. Well, it's all bad, Alexandra.
Call from.
You're live on air. What's on your mind?
Hey.
Hey, you.
Hi.
Can you turn that
I'm
down
sorry.
for me?
Yeah, I'm trying to. Hold on.
Thanks. Thank you.
Okay, thanks. Hi. I'm just calling in because I wanted to see what if you heard this too, and or whatever. I heard this. I don't remember who said it, but I heard somebody making an accusation saying like about Seth was adopted. Did you hear anything crazy like that?
No, I did in fact hear that he was adopted. But I don't know if that's true. But I did hear that as well. I don't remember where. Unfortunately.
It was kind of like one of those dropped. I was like, I don't know, because it was not. I heard it very recently, so I'm like, really now? This is what we're gonna. Okay, we're going there. All right. But
I mean, I don't know why
yeah,
it matters, but I did hear that.
I just thought it didn't matter, and I was upset that it came up like it mattered. You know what I mean?
Yeah, a lot
Like,
of unnecessary details being thrown into this mix. Is that what you mean?
Yeah. Yeah, like this. I mean, it's hard. It's getting harder and harder to watch, in order to pay attention.
And you know what?
It's
That's what they
painful, but-
want. The ones that are putting these, and a lot of people that haven't followed cases and seen them get this crazy are really, really flung by this. But, I mean, for real, the more that it gets convoluted, the more it turns people off. And then they don't want to watch it. And they don't want to, they don't want anything to do with it. And they unfollow the groups because they're sick of seeing it. And then people stop talking.
Hmm.
And it's sad.
Well, I mean, I think it's enough. I feel like there's enough is enough is enough. Like, where is he? Like,
yeah,
that's what I want to know.
How
Is,
long
like,
are you going to
where
play
do you
this
do
game?
with him, Katie?
Mhm.
Like, I'm a realist, so like I hope and that he is alive somewhere safe, but I don't know. And it's like we're not getting any cues from mom. Like, I think someone else brought up if you didn't see the latest Peter Hyatt video, I think it was yesterday. He still says the same thing. He's like, the key to this to all this is with Katie, and he's like, I need to know. He's like, I'd like to know what was on that 3-hour phone call. And then he said, what kind of mother leaves their home where their autistic child is missing from? Like, that's his base place, basically. Like that's his home. And it's like, well, I'm still wondering. I'm still waiting for something crazy about Katie to come out, or her to just like lose it. Like, what is it going to take? Tell the truth.
Yeah.
I know it's hard.
Katie is a mother,
What the French call
It's just,
les incompétents.
I have no words.
She didn't even like come crying on internet. Listen to me. Then come crying saying, "Oh my God, it's Mother's Day. I miss my baby."
Yeah.
Nothing. Like, and it's really hard that like we're all starting to fight or whatever, blah blah blah, because it's just nobody's giving us a straight answer. So everything's an accusation, and everything.
I
But
know.
it's just like
It's crazy.
I can't with her. I mean, she doesn't make any sense. Or maybe she's locked up in the basement. I don't know.
Yeah.
But it is interesting. I'm sorry. I'll keep you just one more thing. I wanted to
No,
say,
you're perfectly fine. Go ahead. Take your time.
I'm used to having my 4 minutes.
No, take your time. I'm not rushing you at all.
When they left the house, when the both of them left, I think that like definitely I feel like that whole house needs to be, whatever, luminol or whatever. But the fact that they left makes it seem like they're pulling the distraction away from the problem, which is in the home. And I think.
Yep. I agree with that.
That's what happened. And I don't know if they did it on purpose or I don't know what they're thinking. It's really hard.
I'm with you. I'm with you. Well, I got another call coming in. I appreciate your thoughts.
Right.
Thank you for calling in.
Take care.
Okay. Bye. Thanks, caller. Awesome thoughts. I missed your call. I didn't get to it quick enough. 865-256 or 301. Give me a call back, 727-755-6001. This is Live on Air with Jay is for Justice for our wonderful Wednesdays. We go live every Wednesday night at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. We are also live Monday and Friday at 3 p.m. So if you're enjoying the show, consider subscribing. Thank you for calling back, 865. 865, you are live on air. What's on your mind?
Hey.
Hey, you. Who am I talking to?
Hi, this is Dana.
How you doing? What's on your mind tonight?
One, I just have to say, and I don't mean this to be snarky or anything, I promise, but the flashback to the Balloon Boy priceless. I'm just saying, we forget these things way too fast, and how serious at the time that was.
It was, huh?
It was like hugely serious, as serious as Sebastian is now.
Yeah.
I don't think Sebastian's a hoax. Unfortunately, I don't think Sebastian is with us anymore. I think he's gone on to bigger and better, broader places. And for his little soul, I think it's probably the best thing, because apparently this is one big screwed up mess.
Mm-hmm.
But I was looking at the pictures, and it kept running through my mind that you have on screen. And I don't mean this to be snarky either, but it's just the truth about things. Is if you look at the picture of Seth holding baby Sebastian,
Mm-hmm.
and you look at that man now, he looks like he has aged 100,000 years.
Yeah.
And I understand that that's back when I guess he and Katie were together and whatever. I don't think he is still in love with Katie at all.
You don't.
And I don't. And I really know he can't stand CT for sure. But it's just that as far back in time, just like we were talking about the balloon boy, look at his dad now. The long hair, the fleshed out face. I mean, he looks like he's aged 100,000 years too since that happened.
Yeah.
And I guess I'm saying all that to say that people just don't realize how much grief and heartache can take a toll on a person. And I'm going to get a little teary-eyed.
It's okay.
But I lost my husband a year ago in April.
Oh, honey, I'm so sorry.
From a massive heart attack.
Oh, man. I'm so
And
sorry.
I just lost my mom 3 months ago.
Holy cow. I'm so sorry for your losses. That is huge.
I can just see it in my face and my family's face and my kids' face, what the last year has done to us. And I can't imagine what these people are going through. I really can't. But the people that really care, they will get their justice. And the people that are to be blamed, they will get their justice. Because no matter what happens on this earth, they have to answer to a final judgment. And there's no getting out of that. There's no buying your way out. There's no way of lying your way out.
Mm-hmm.
I just pray that Sebastian, wherever he is, he's happy and he's free of all the drama.
Oh, bless you. And for you, to talk about you and your major losses that you've had in this last year, I hope you're taking time for yourself, because this is a lot to pile on top of everything that's going on with yourself. So I want you to think about self-care, honey, because yes, Sebastian is important, but you're important too. And this is heavy, because this is, I lost my parents a few years ago, but for this to all be fresh for you, and then all of this that is going on and seeing the madness, it's a lot. It's a lot. Please take care of yourself. And if you need to call up here and laugh with me once a week, please do so.
I love your laugh.
If I can make you laugh once a week, I will do it for you. So please call in every Wednesday. Make that promise to me that when I have my call in, you will call in and I will make you smile, because I want to make you smile.
Absolutely.
Thank you. And you take care of yourself. Yes, you take care of yourself. All right.
Thank you.
What's your name in chat? What's your YouTube name?
I really don't have one.
Oh, you don't?
It's just under. No.
Oh, you're not
it's
chatting
just under
then.
my
You're just
name.
listening.
I'm watching you on YouTube, so yeah, I'm not chatting.
Oh, well, call.
I'm just called in.
Well,
but
give me a call next week when I go live for Collins. I'd love to hear from you again.
All right. Honey.
Okay.
Thank you so much for listening.
Yeah, absolutely. Anytime.
Uh-huh.
All right.
All right.
You take care.
Bye.
Bye-bye. Dude, people's lives are real, man. We all have stuff going on. So let's send her lots of hearts in chat. We never know what's going on with somebody. And when you're nasty, especially when you're nasty to people in chat, you don't know, man. They could be in a really bad place. So let's be kind. Let's be kind. Megan, I am so sorry. Oh my gosh. See, everybody's got their own grief going on and stuff. And that's why I try to laugh, because I've got my own too. Don't get me wrong. Don't get me wrong. But yeah, lots of love to her. I missed 865 again, or not 865. I missed 423. 423, call me back. 727-755-6001. And thank you guys for the super chats. PR, thank you. Serenity, thank you again. And Bassett Baby, thank you.
Call from
Dina White.
I'm sorry. Oh my God.
Hey, you are live on air. Who am I talking to?
Hello. This is Tina White from Cincinnati, Ohio.
Hey, Cincinnati. Can I just call you Natty? What's on your mind?
Yeah. I've been watching this from day one. I'm a grandma of 7, and I wake up watching this stuff, and I go to bed watching this. Sebastian is my heart. I've accepted him as one of my grandchildren.
Oh.
And I'm signified, and I'm going through some stuff with one of my grandchildren right now to where they have a mama's boyfriend that whoops them with belts.
Oh, no.
And I'm going through all the same stuff, and I can relate to it, and I worry 24/7. I'm going through the courts to try to stop all this, and he's another Chris Proudfoot.
Mm.
And
I am so sorry to hear that.
I'm trying to do what I can do to stop it, but I'm telling you, that is not a mother over there. I don't. If she is not involved, she still don't have that loving bond of a mother. There's something not right. There's a disconnect there.
Yeah, I agree.
I'm sorry. There's no way. I have children. I have grandchildren. Hell, if it was a neighbor kid, I'd be out screaming every night to help try to find my neighbor's kid.
Same.
I'd
help my neighbor find their dog. I mean, let's face that.
Yeah, I mean, it's not right. There's, and if the police don't see it's not right, there's something corrupt there.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just telling you, I am devastated.
I hope you get your grandkids away from whatever, is going on there. That sounds not like a good situation.
No, it's not. It's nuts. It's crazy. It don't make no sense.
And, good for you for reporting. I just want to say that.
Oh, yeah. But I'll tell you, Child Protective Services ain't shit.
Unfortunately, yeah, I agree.
They're not, 100%. They don't even deal with emotional stuff that they put them through.
No.
They don't want to touch it.
I know. It's a horrible, horrible system, in my opinion.
Oh, it's horrible. It's really horrible. But please, God, I just pray every night that this boy, oh my gosh, this boy. I just don't even know how none of this family has stepped forward. They're guilty. There's no other question in my mind. If they're not guilty, they're guilty of not being a good parent, she ain't.
Yeah, a lot of people share that sentiment, caller. Well, thanks for calling in. I'm going to take this next one. Thank you so much.
I'm watching you all the time.
Thank you, girl.
I'm watching you, girl.
Call from Amy.
Uh-oh. I lost you, Amy. Amy, call back. 423, I missed you. Thank you so much, last caller. You're amazing. Keep protecting those grandbabies and stay on top of it. Yeah, CPS sucks. 423-608. Give me a call back. We're going to take a couple more calls tonight. I love you guys too.
Call from
Amy.
Hello, Amy. You are live on air.
Hi, AJ.
Hey.
Something that Seth said is kind of just stuck in the back of my head.
What's that?
And it goes with what we're all kind of talking about here. Katie's bond with Sebastian and all that. Seth mentioned that when they first got out to California, he helped her move out there. And, it sounds like Sebastian was very little. And he talked about how she was the one working And so he was the one doing all of the child care,
Mm-hmm.
taking care of Sebastian with him like 24 hours a day.
Yeah.
And I almost wonder if something, and I'm not a parent or grandparent myself, but if something didn't happen during they talk about those early years and how important they are for bonding with both parents. And I almost wonder if there's some disconnect there with Sebastian and Katie, and if that just kind of followed them through life. You know, it started early, and that Katie just never really bonded the way that moms do.
It doesn't sound like she did. I mean, she was deployed,
Yeah.
she'd leave, and I mean, you have to bond with your baby. You know, she wasn't there for the first word or the first steps.
Yeah.
It's
So
sad
that's
to me.
very, very. Yeah, my heart breaks for Seth and Sebastian, and you know, in the beginning when Seth was telling anecdotes about things that he and Sebastian would do and stuff, it was just very sweet. So
Yeah. He definitely gave us a lot of information we've never heard. It's sad that it took 3 months, but
yeah,
I'm glad that we
Again,
got
what's
some
interesting,
insight.
too, yeah, is we haven't heard those little anecdotes from Katie.
Mm-mm.
Like
No,
we have from Seth.
we've got snide
You know,
remarks.
oh, he did this. He likes to do this, and it was so funny when he did this. None of that from Katie.
No, her things are weird. Like, oh, Chris says, boy loves them all. Oh, extra malt. Oh, gotta have extra malt. Like, what? How is that helpful? Like, what? It's just, they say nothing about his personality. Everything seems to be kind of
Right.
negative and putting him down.
Yeah. Well, I'll let you go, but just one final thing is that I can't even mention his name, CT.
Oh, I know.
That's how riled he makes me.
I know. I'm just
He is
glad
just
we haven't
the-
heard from him on panels. I personally, I don't want to talk to him. I would be
No.
good not ever hearing that voice again, because it seriously,
he's the worst.
Ooh,
He's the worst case of Napoleon syndrome I have ever seen. I mean, really bad.
he's awful.
Yeah. So, well, thank you for taking my call.
Thank you.
And I really liked your show.
Thanks.
I really enjoy it.
I appreciate
and I
that.
appreciate the work you put in.
Thanks. I appreciate
Okay.
that.
Have a good night.
Thanks. Bye-bye.
Mhm. Bye.
727-755-6001. Yeah, I don't think Katie seems like she's bonded either, because he's schnacks, you know, just very distant. But in her defense, I mean, I'm just going to tell you what goes through my mind.
We bought snacks because, you know, he's 15 and snacks.
To me, it feels like Katie doesn't have like maternal bones in her body, because I feel like I don't feel like she had an example of what a mom is, and I just don't. I don't. I think it scared her to death to probably have a baby, if I'm being honest.
Call from.
You are live on air.
Hi, this is Mindy, and I've been in your chat like a lot. I really have listened to you all the time.
Hey, Mindy.
I'm from Ohio.
Hey, Mindy. What's on your mind?
Anyways, well, my uncle was a criminal defense attorney down in that area, and I really wasn't. And he like has moved to Colorado, and I really wasn't going to ask him about anything, but I decided that, his PR Tony pisses me off because I don't think he's doing a damn thing. Like, what's the only thing, like he said, oh, we're going to get back on Nancy Grace. Oh, they were already on there. That wasn't something he was doing for Seth. You know what I'm saying? Anyway, so I ended up talking to my uncle, and he said that when he was an attorney there, he said there is a lot of corruption that goes on there. And he said that you really have to know somebody that knows the workings or whatever. So he's actually going to reach out to a couple of his old buddies that are back there and see if they'll help out. But that's the only thing is, I know if they agree to help out, they're not going to want to deal with all this drama and bullshit that Tony seems to want to bring. So, I don't know.
I mean, I would love to ask Tony, some questions that everybody, all these calls that I take A lot of people are saying the same thing you are. And a lot of people think he's hurting more than helping. And I just don't think he's being transparent enough to win over the public. I just, doing TikTok lives with 24-year-olds and then they delete them or not delete them. I take that back because they'll jump on me. Trust me. They hate me on TikTok. I'm hated. But they go away. So when you go live on TikTok, they go away and the creator can download it, but it's not for the public to see. So I just don't think he's doing things that are going to win over the public. And
I feel like he wants the focus to be on himself and not Sebastian. That's how I honestly feel.
I could see why you feel that way.
And it makes me mad. So I messaged him today.
Did you?
And I had told him about my uncle and everything. And I told him, I said, you need to stay off freaking TikTok and stop flirting with these girls. You're not helping anything. You're making things look worse. You not taking the shit seriously is making it look like Seth's not taking it seriously because he's using you.
That's what you said?
Yeah.
Did you get a response?
A very vague, okay. But then I also told him about my uncle and everything, and I'm like, I'm still like, my uncle's still gonna ask, but I messaged him, do you want my uncle to reach out with people there and see if they're willing to help out because they're ex-law enforcement. They might not be PIs, but they wouldn't be able to get information a lot more than anybody else could. And he didn't respond at all to that. And then, I told him, because I have a couple connections of higher up news people, because I used to be a motivational speaker and stuff like that. And so I said, do you want me to get a hold of them and see if you can go on, their shows? And no response to that either. And he read it. He read them both.
Wow. So he's picking and choosing what he's responding to.
And so I just feel like if it's not going to benefit him or if it's coming from somebody else that he's not interested in.
Well, good for you for speaking out, caller. I appreciate you sharing that with us because that's good to know. Thank you so much.
Because obviously what the hell they're doing now is not working.
Right. I agree. Thank you so much for calling in.
Yeah. Okay.
Have a good night.
Have a good, you too.
Bye-bye. The opinions are from the public. I mean, if you're PR, you should be watching this and taking notes because the people are not buying what you're selling. It's just the way it is. I mean, the people don't lie. ERT, J is for Justice, quit spreading misinformation. See, all of a sudden now I'm getting blasted because I said that no one in here had seen billboards and I asked for emails or I asked for pictures if you saw them. Stop spreading misinformation. You're the one that just tried to, but I'm going to nip this right now. Okay? J is for Justice podcast. Quit spreading misinformation about Sebastian Rogers' case. Stick to the facts. The billboards are real and receipts are shown. Why don't you use your money and put one up? I'm not the one talking about billboards. People in my chat are concerned because they've donated to the billboards and they haven't seen them. So I said, in order to clear it up, if anybody sees them, send me a photo and then I can debunk it. So ERT, kick rocks. Stop coming in here acting like I'm spreading misinformation when all I do is stick to the facts. You're the one that's in here stirring a pot. So go back where you came from and stop bringing drama into my live chat.
Fuck directly off.
Thank you. Fuck off and die. I mean, you got to get this blatant with people. It's not canceled, Hazel. Let's keep repeating that it's not canceled. It's been moved to Beach High School. Let's keep repeating that. 727-755-6001. Let me know. If there's pictures, ERT, by all means, sell them. Send them. jaysforjustice@gmail.com. I would love to show those
Call from
billboards.
Pearl from Tennessee.
Oh, love me some Pearl from Tennessee. You are live on air.
Hey, Tick, what are you doing?
Hey, you. What's on your mind?
What? Hey, there's a lot on my mind. The first time I got on your page, which I was thankful to get on it, I had eye surgery and I couldn't see, so I was typing in big letters, and you came back and said, Pearl, why are you hollering at me? So I'm thinking, she can't hear me. I didn't know that capital letters meant you were I was hollering at
Oh,
you.
no. Oh, I did? I got on you? Shit, I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Was that like
I
you
thought,
don't?
damn.
I'm sorry. Sometimes it's hard. Like I try to really keep up with chat, you know what I mean? But sometimes I misconstrue stuff, so I might miss a few comments. I do my best. I'm sorry.
I love your laugh. I love
I'm so
everything
sorry.
about you. Even though you just beat me down my first time.
Damn, Pearl.
But no, this is all.
I feel so bad. I feel so
bad. Damn, I'm just doing the best I can. I can't see.
I am so sorry. Oh my God, that's hilarious. Well, thank you for not holding it against me.
Oh no, no! I just skipped off of a channel that was putting everybody down. I'm thinking, damn, I don't want to do this one. So,
oh my gosh,
I thought, is this all this shit's about? I'm gonna quit. No, I love Sebastian. This is just my opinions only. I don't have a clue. But you know, if that baby had left with Seth, we'd thought the same thing about him.
Mm-hmm.
But I do think that, you know, I think DCS or CPS or whatever come down on them pretty hard, and Seth couldn't come back home because of that baby.
You mean Chris?
Or Chris, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
He couldn't come home about that baby, and he just said, hey, you know, you got to make a choice.
Yeah.
And I don't know but what they wasn't arguing about something that night. He could have run away, but I'm just not seeing that. And he's not living in the woods. That child can't live without food and water.
They what?
He had a lot.
Oh, yeah.
He couldn't live in the woods without
No.
food and water.
No.
He ain't in the woods. Now, she could have given him off, but now they're still going to be in trouble. You don't just
it doesn't
give the kid away and then
it goes away, right? That's what he thinks. Right, that's what he thinks. I mean, yeah. Those records are still sitting there.
I wouldn't have felt so bad about it if she'd have just took off like she had, but she just left the country. And I don't think you can expedite in Mississippi.
That's what I've heard. I mean, I've seen that flying through chat when we've talked. A lot of people have said that. I've never looked into it, but it's interesting that they're over state lines for sure. Why would you do that?
Yeah.
Why?
And they said they're looking anywhere and everywhere. Well, anywhere and everywhere. If he ain't in Mississippi, what you doing down there?
Good question.
I mean, they say, oh, we're looking anywhere and everywhere. Well,
Pearl, can you say that again? Anywhere and everywhere?
Anywhere and everywhere.
That's going to be a sound bite, I think, if you don't mind. I freaking love it. I love my Tennessee folks. I love talking to you guys. It's great.
Well, I'm from country. It's just like cornbread, I guess.
I love it. My husband's from Georgia, so I make fun of him, but I do love your accents. Yeah, I do. He doesn't think it's funny though. Not like you guys do. No, he gets. I think
I do. You know, it's crazy. I know, but that's I've been raised down here. I was raised on Cherokee Indian Reservation. My mother was Cherokee.
Really?
But anyway, yeah.
Interesting. God, I bet you have a lot of stories to tell.
I do have a lot of stories, and then I was raised around black people as well, so I've got the opportunity to know a few cultures, so it was interesting. But anywho, no, I think that it's just my opinion, but I want to say that baby's alive,
mm-hmm.
but You know, unless he's traded off, I think he went out of the garage. But, you know, it's making me crazier than a pet squirrel around here trying to figure out what could happen to that baby.
I know it. It's.
I mean, I'm as lost as last year's Easter egg on this.
I've never heard that one. Holy shit.
Really?
No.
Well,
no.
You gotta live in Tennessee.
That's awesome. That is awesome.
You ain't never heard I'm as lost as last year's Easter egg.
No, I never heard that. It's funny. Sounds like something that would come out of my husband's mouth. Make me laugh. I love it. I love it. You're great. Thank you so much, Pearl, for not hating me for hollering at you.
Oh, damn, what have I done? She can't hear me. I was just tapping away because I couldn't see. I'd had eye surgery.
I'm like,
I thought, well, what the hell, man?
I'm like, Pearl,
I'm doing the best I
quit
can.
screaming at me.
Yeah, you said, quit hollering at me. And I'm thinking, you said, Pearl, girl, quit screaming at me, hollering at me. And I thought, well, I'm not hollering at you. She can't hear me. I'm on the texting thing.
Oh, you are wonderful, Pearl. I hope you have a great rest of your night, honey. Please call in again.
Please what?
Please call in again sometime. You're wonderful.
Well, when I find my egg, I will.
Yeah, let us know. Let us know. Let us know.
All right.
All
We
right.
love you.
Love you, lady. Have a good one.
All right, bye.
We love Pearl. Caller of the night. Caller of the night. I told her to quit hollering at me because she was typing all caps. She came in hot with all caps. I guess I really handed it to her. Oh my God.
Coming in hot, just like the fajita.
Oh shit, crazier than pet squirrels. Because like who has pet squirrels, right? Tennessee. Kelly the OG. He is from Cedartown, which is northwest, I guess you would say. Like the Blue Ridge Mountains. I don't know if I'm saying that right. Country guy, what are you talking about fake reporting for? Country guy, what you talking about, Willis?
From.
You are live on air. Who am I talking to?
Hey, Jay, it's Vanessa from Cleveland. How are you?
Hey, Vanessa from Cleveland. How you doing tonight?
I'm doing okay.
Good. What's on your mind?
I actually just got on about 15 minutes ago, so I've missed most of tonight.
Oh, you'll have to rewind.
Oh, I will. You know I will. I can't say that I'm on top of the case like a lot of others, but I've definitely tried to follow your show since the beginning of Sebastian missing. I wanted to toss the idea around because I've heard this quite a few times. Just the similarities as far as KP's vehicle and Bowersock's mama's. Don't they have similar vehicles and kind of doing a switcheroo maybe, that evening, something like that? I was curious what you thought about that.
Say that again.
Did I cut out on you?
A little bit. The last part I didn't hear.
I was just kind of trying to see what everybody was thinking as far as I've been hearing it here and there about the Mama Bowersocks and KP having similar vehicles.
Yeah,
right?
yeah. Mm-hmm.
And, some people speculating as far as like maybe doing a switcheroo, like maybe one never left the house or, one stayed and one left. And, because they have similar vehicles. I don't know if you tossed those ideas around.
We did talk about that because they're very similar. It's almost like they're another model, right? Like a newer model versus Katie might have an older model, and then they're a little bit different color. But the thing that got me was on Web Sleuth. I don't know if you heard Chris Proudfoot on Web Sleuth, but when it was brought up by, I think it was Heather, the PI, said that there was footage, or there was rumor that there was footage of his mother, Chris's mom, being at Warsham's the morning that Sebastian went missing at around 5:50 a.m. And then Chloe said, actually, that's not a rumor. When I was there, I had people driving up to me telling me that. And then he lost his shit. He said that's when he started screaming about the powwow and how we can get Carter and Bobby in here. And that was when he like verbally assaulted Chloe. So something about that triggered his ass.
Triggered him, yeah. Touching something close there that he doesn't like.
Yes, whether it was mama, because it was just mama being talked about, or if there's some truth to that.
Some truth.
Because mama was there first thing in the morning with Katie.
Yeah. Yep.
And it's like, who called her over? Did you hang up with Katie to call her? Or did you send a text?
Or was, like some people were saying, was mama there staying in the house, turning on the lights while Katie was driving her vehicle somewhere else and doing something, I don't know. Like I said, there's so many, you can flip it so many different ways, and then you think, oh, that makes sense. And then,
and then it doesn't.
Go down another rabbit hole.
I'm right there with you, girl. We all are. We've had it.
Gosh.
It's time for it's time for some answers here. It's just crazy.
Yeah. And we pray every night for the little guy. It's terrible. But I just thought I'd throw that at you, and wanted to say thank you for your show. We love you here.
Oh,
and,
thank
we
you.
Listen to you almost every night.
I appreciate that. Thank you so much for your support. It means a lot.
You're welcome, honey.
And thanks for your call.
You're welcome. Okay. Bye-bye.
All right. Bye. Thank you so much, caller. So I guess we have.
I flashed and said, wow, pretty far out.
We have Tony on TikTok.
I thought it was pretty far out.
Let me try to pull this up. Let me see if we can watch it. Hang on, I've got to verify my Tik Tak account. They hate me over there. Those girls hate me, and I don't know why. I guess because I critiqued their live, but let's see if we can. It's called Beach. Yes, give a thumbs up for all these callers. Beach? That's all it's called? Beach? Beach MF Blaze, Redneck Barbie, Pull Up Gang. Is that her? She's probably going to strike me. Hold on. It is. Beach motherfucking Blaze is her name.
What exactly?
They've been live for
me out of the woods.
This is. Oh my God. Holy. What just happened? Hold on, let me refresh. Oh my God.
Room to be the biggest man in the room, and there's there's even people here on TikTok that feel that they got to be the loudest person in the room to be the biggest man in the room, or whatever that looks like, right?
Hold on, I'm trying to get it up.
I think Mr. Proudfoot realized real quick that that he wasn't the only alpha in the room the one time that we tangled. And he's got my phone number, and I've never heard from him again.
Well, that's the thing is I believe that he preys on people that he feels are weaker than him.
That's right. And a lot of females.
Oh, 100%. But let me tell you what, I am a female, and I am not.
You just want 2 minutes.
Afraid of him. And I'm going to bring this up, and I really don't even care. Do you realize that he has not denied the whole mouse thing?
Why are we talking about this?
Let me rack my brain a second. That was the story that somebody told about him, correct?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Oh
he denies everything else. But he hasn't denied that story yet.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, there's a lot of things that are weird with that. Just a lot of things. So Nina, my search girl, Nina Glass is in here. If you're listening, Nina.
Do you want us to bring her up?
Oh, you don't need to do that. Nina doesn't like attention anymore. She's had so many shots fired at her, but she is. She's definitely my preferred
This
search.
is
Now, I'm
live.
not talking about canine search. There's a lot of good ones.
I got to get a drink. I'll be right back.
But regular
They've been
search,
live for
I'm
2.5
gonna tell you
hours.
That girl
Oh, let me show you
is
the chat.
cold-hearted when it comes to searching, and she
you see the chat?
she is she was the real deal in Corpus Christi.
Well, hello, Nina.
Hi, Nina. So I have questions. I don't know if you can answer.
He's on
Was there
TikTok
an
every
actual
night.
scent to the retention pond?
I've heard from everybody that not only was there a scent, but one of the dogs jumped in the pond.
Okay. Now, is that someplace that's going to be revisited?
No, you got to understand this retention pond is your only role to do podcast. How are you helping this to progress? Okay, so you do have some haters in your chat.
And they're gone.
So, let me respond to that first. I work 10 to 12 hours a day on top of my job for Seth, and there's a million things I'm doing to help his progress and help
Everybody sub
rebuild
up
this
to
team
Beach
and
on
whatnot.
TikTok. Got to give credit here.
When I get to the point that it's 8 o'clock at night till 2 in the morning, that's my TikTok time. And that's my TikTok time because Seth and I agreed that it was intelligent to continue to build relationships with content creators. So, what and maybe she wasn't being disrespectful, I don't know. But, my job is not to help this progress. I am simply a spokesperson.
Right.
A PI's job might be to help it progress. A search and rescue head of operations might be their job to help it progress. My job is simply to keep Sebastian's name out here and make sure that Seth doesn't look foolish on camera.
Right.
And God love him like a brother, but, there's times when he'll still lose his cool a little. But, there's also times where I think people need to see him lose his cool, and I think it's okay.
Right.
I think he has every right to lose his cool because he's not,
Tony
it's
likes
80
blondes.
days today, and he still has no answers.
Yeah, and I mean, for the love of God, I don't know how you shoot arrows at Seth Rogers. The man has proven that all he cares about is wanting his son back.
Absolutely.
The guy is heartbroken. You can see it on camera. He's not pretending.
Absolutely.
And I'll be the first to say, I don't know what the problem is. I guess maybe it's I represented Randy and then I got drug into this situation. Maybe people have a problem with that. I got a million people shooting arrows at me. And you know what? I don't mind it a bit. I really don't.
Then why are you
It doesn't
talking
bother
about
me.
it?
It doesn't change how I
Stop
operate.
talking about
I don't
it.
lose any sleep over it. I still sleep like a baby. But the one thing I will say is,
Hi, Kate.
There's a lot of places my mind goes with how somebody, people putting criminal records out there that are just 1,000% false. I have some certifications at work that if I had all that they're talking about, I wouldn't be working in the industry.
Right.
But I just don't understand. It's beyond me how anybody could fire arrows at Seth Rogers. Other than losing his temper a few times, the man has been a model grieving father.
Right.
Right.
When you came on to this case, did you really know what you were getting yourself into?
Well, not to this extent, but I'll tell you, I have a very good friend of mine. You guys know Jennifer Coffindaffer?
Yes.
Yes.
She is.
We watched the interview.
This is a lot, guys. This is a lot. I didn't expect this to be on tonight. They've been going strong for 2 hours and 42 minutes. Let me just say, you should probably do these things I know he likes the cute girls and the young girls and stuff, but you should probably do these where they stay up, right? This is his TikTok time, though.
I said, I'm tough. And she said, I know you're tough, but she said, this is going to take its toll on you. And, so even she, who I trust as much as anybody I've met through this, and she loves Seth and she loves Sebastian, but she just knew that it was dysfunctional.
Can you settle one thing for me so I can stop hearing about it? Did Seth buy a motorcycle?
No.
Thank you.
Seth made the comment on the Pascal show that if Pascal wanted to come ride with us, that he had a motorcycle for him.
Yeah, we saw that.
And,
it's just everybody saying that he bought a motorcycle. We knew he didn't.
Right. I knew he didn't, but
I think Seth's had a motorcycle forever. I don't even know that he's got a motorcycle. He's going on a motorcycle ride, so he better have one. But he hasn't bought anything. Seth is not, as everybody knows, he's not working. This man's worried about a lot of things on top of what he should be worried about, which is, bringing his son home.
He said till 2 a.m.?
No, he definitely didn't buy a motorcycle.
Wait, he said 8 p.m. to 2 a.m. is TikTok time? Okay, Margaret, it's weird that she's friends with him. He's friends with all of these young girls on TikTok. I'm sorry, I think it's weird. Where's his wife, dude?
Seth say, and was when he said that Katie looked beautiful on their wedding day.
Yeah, I started tearing up myself.
Yes.
No, you didn't.
I think that is.
He said he started tearing up himself when Seth. Holy shit! This is thick. This is thick.
It wasn't, negative.
God.
It wasn't, animosity.
Did you hear what made him break down right after that?
No, it was cut.
So, what?
It wasn't cut. It was live.
What he broke down about
what are you talking
right
about?
after that was she made some really sweet comments to him about how he looked in his suit.
No, that part was cut out.
Yeah, and he started talking about that, and he literally broke down. I mean, literally, completely broke down, and had to stop.
So was that something in their relationship that maybe she wasn't nice to him all the time then?
I don't think it was that. I think...
or just those feelings maybe still there?
I don't think the feelings are still there at all.
Infidelity?
I think that it was that, yes. And I just think that I don't think Seth's the kind of guy that I think when he loves hard.
Yeah.
And I think that he's never going to be the guy that's going to fall out of love. I think that in every relationship, I think just knowing his personality, his heart, I think it's going to be the other person.
Yeah.
If that makes sense.
Seth gives off that. I can't even say.
And they delete things that don't go along with this narrative.
The way that he loves his son, you just want to go up and you just want to hug him. Right.
Like, yeah, absolutely.
You just want to go up and you just want to give this big old man just this huge hug.
Yeah, and I still haven't even got a chance to give the guy a hug, but it's coming this Saturday.
Well, can you give him one for me?
And me.
Absolutely.
I mean, I would love to, to talk to Seth myself and, be able to have this conversation with him and not even necessarily just, ask all these questions about Sebastian, but just to let him vent. I feel like that's what this man needs. He just needs to vent. And, he needs an ear.
And he needs
friends. Yeah.
He needs more people in his life that he can trust.
Absolutely.
That's he's got He's got some good people that are still on his team that he has a high level of trust with.
It's in the water.
He's got his pastor. He's got some people, but he needs
It's
to
on
have
the
more
screen.
people that he can trust.
The channel's on the screen.
Yeah.
Here, I'll give it to you. I'll give you the link even.
So,
Yeah. Yeah, I don't want to just, ask, questions about Sebastian. Like, he is definitely one of those people where you just want to
The link
get
is
to
too
know
long.
him. He seems like he is so funny. He just seems very personable. He just
Right.
The TikTok link is too long
Like
to
to
share.
me,
It cuts it
I
off.
would just like
Oh my
to
god!
meet
I have to put
him
it in
and
2
just say,
posts.
"How's it going?"
It's too long. Here.
Yeah.
Here's one part.
Those
Yeah.
are
What do you,
words.
Here's the other part.
What can I do to help you?
Yeah.
Because I'll do anything in the world to bring this baby home.
Yeah, absolutely. And I tell you, it's funny you say that because the first time, I mean, the cat's been out of the bag for a while as to who introduced Seth and I and who asked me to help him and all that. And, that's been blown way out of proportion too. But I'm on a 3-way call with Seth. And the very first time I talked to him, I said, "Brother, how are you?" And he just broke down, like we'd known each other for 20 years. His first words I ever said to the man is, "Brother, how are you?" And then, when we got through that, to your point, Beach, my next words were, "How can I help you?"
Mm-hmm.
And the first thing that he needed help with was search and rescue. That's all he told me he really needed help with.
Right.
But anyway, and then it went into, what is that?
That's her husband
It's
snoring.
my husband snoring.
I was like, man, your dog's got sinus problems.
No, I have a German Shepherd. Yeah.
Nick says hello.
I got in trouble on a live the other night because somebody said I shouldn't be laughing.
Oh,
Sometimes you need that
the world needs to
laughter.
laugh.
Hang on, I'm going to pause this.
You
I
need
have
that-
already addressed the fucking billboards. I'm not getting into fling and flung with Duchess. I've never had a problem with her. I still don't have a fucking problem with her. I don't care what she's saying.
I mean, I'm sure there was stuff long and swung.
All I said was there were people in chat saying that they haven't seen any. Terry Lynn said she hasn't seen any and she's looked. I said, if anybody has any pictures, please send to me so I can show them. That's all that was said. Stop coming in here with your drama. Fuck. I didn't say she lied. I said, be careful, guys. Overall. I never said her name. I've had it. Damn it, man.
Through it.
All right, bye.
Christ's sake.
Well,
Can
then.
you rewind these?
I froze.
No, I think that
He just left.
You did good.
I froze.
I am just so sick of
Nick
it.
says hi to everybody.
Yeah.
I didn't say anything bad. I'm tired of people misconstruing my words.
He says, what is that?
What is that? Yeah.
So is he done?
My main focus is, I want to help any way that I can. I'm tired. If I would do anything. That's my husband snoring. I'm sorry. Of course we all have questions and things like that. But at the end of the day, the questions don't really matter. It's the point of getting this child's face out there and spreading it. So we
Can you hear me?
I can hear you now.
All right, check your messages.
Oh, she's probably being told she's being streamed. You want to bet?
Yes, I would.
Cheers for Justice is streaming you.
Obviously not in front of everybody, but
Right.
Can you rewind these, guys?
I just would.
Hold on. Can you rewind these so we can watch from the beginning or no? I don't think we can. Stephanie, I like your name, by the way. I can't. So he hopped off. I don't know why. Is it true? It really is her birthday? What's up, Brittany? Cynthia, thanks. I really wasn't angry. I'm just tired of it. People always want to say I said things that I don't. And like, I'm sitting here with my face. I'm looking directly at you as best as I can. And I didn't say that. I mean, I've had someone come in and say that I called Seth a horrible accusation that I didn't say. And now this. It's like, dude, drop it. I didn't say anything bad about anybody. So you can't rewind them either? That's stupid. But you can't even rewind it while it's live. Who's Trevor? What do you mean getting? I mean, I know who Trevor is, but what do you mean getting rid of Trevor? I didn't know he did. No, I guess Tony's not search and rescue, Irene. He said he's strictly PR. Neo? Casey? You guys are so funny. But yeah, like wanting to call in on my Google and like rip me an asshole. Like, no, you're not doing that. You're not doing that. Because I didn't say anything bad about you, Duchess. You can go back and listen. I said nothing. I never even said your fucking name. There was no reason for me to. He asked him to step back? I didn't know that. I mean, and if you have the pictures, why not just email them to me and say, hey, like, show your audience the pictures. I mean, it's that simple. Tell him, Joy. Addie, I think that time has come and gone where he's going to change things. I can't listen because it goes away, Val. It's on a platform where I can't listen. So I'm not saying she's disrespectful. I'm not talking about her. I don't know her.
I mean, I'm sure there was stuff long and slung. And
flung and slung. All right, guys, we're going to wrap up this wonderful Wednesday. We've been going hard for 2 hours and 34 minutes. Thank you so much, everybody, for being here. I appreciate all of you guys. We're going to run our credits because you guys have been so generous tonight. Yeah, he's caused more damage, I think. And I don't know. We'll see what happens. Thank you to all the wonderful callers we had call in tonight. I appreciate every one of you guys. And I like doing these lives because I'm able to like debunk out of my own mouth. Like I didn't say that. So hopefully all of that gets cleared up. I'm sure there'll be plenty of videos on it. But I would say go watch the TikTok for yourself, but you can't. So, I mean, I don't know how that's helping find Sebastian when things disappear, but I would love to hear, you know, what the 2.5 hours of information was, but I can't. So if anybody recorded it, please send it to me. I would love to hear it. And you can go back to the beginning and watch all the callers that called in tonight. They were wonderful. So I'll see you guys in the next live stream. Let's run our credits. Whoop. Be sure to check out my other videos and playlists for more true crime content. And if that's not enough, you can join our Patreon. Don't have a tinfoil hat? It's okay. We'll make you one. It's that easy. See you guys in the next video.
See you later. Bye.
I don't give a damn. I don't really care about you and your problems. I don't give a damn. You talk way too much. I have heard enough about you and your problems. I don't give a damn. I don't give a damn. Damn, damn. I don't give a damn. Damn, damn. I don't give a damn. Damn, damn. I don't give a damn. You wanna be with me. You wanna feel something real, but I'm feeling differently. You're making plans to get to France, but don't wanna face the fact that I ain't got time, I ain't got time, I ain't got time for that. Staying up late, sleeping all day, dreaming about Cadillacs. Buying new shoes, hanging by the pool, sipping on Coke and Jack. Calling my phone when I feel alone.
YouTuber, because leave it up to YouTube, you know? Leave it up to YouTube. This is like my last straw. Like, every person that I meet on YouTube is the most up piece of like, leave it up to YouTube.
Bye, Jennifer.